Have you ever been in a situation where everyone else could see exactly what was holding you back except you? Maybe your friends could all see that the person you were dating was bad for you, but you couldn't understand it. You couldn't even realize it until one day the blinders flew off and you suddenly got it. The veil was lifted. Maybe you had an argument with your spouse and they pointed out a toxic behavior that you didn't even realize you were doing. Or maybe it was a simple feedback from a mentor or supervisor at work. Blind spots, by definition, are areas we can't see. We all have them, and all too often, they're the very thing holding us back from creating the life we say we want. I'm Patty Ferreira, a mentor for high achievers who want a more conscious and aligned approach to success. And this is Awakened and Rising, where we merge spiritual awakening, emotional intelligence, and high-level leadership to help you rise into your most powerful, aligned, and fulfilled self. In order to do that, you're going to need to acknowledge, make peace with, and maybe even overcome your blind spots. Some people call it shadow work. A blind spot is a belief pattern or behavior that's so ingrained in us you don't even question it. You don't even reflect upon it. Just run on autopilot over and over, thinking we're being logical or responsible or realistic, when we really are reinforcing the exact limitation we wish we could break free from. For example, if you've been told your whole life you have to work twice as hard to get ahead, you might dismiss any opportunity that feels too easy because you've decided easy means not valuable. If you've learned as a child not to make waves, right, to keep it down a notch, you might avoid hard conversations in your business, even when they're the very thing that would create growth. If you've internalized that you're bad with money, you might keep sabotaging yourself financially and sabotaging opportunities without realizing it. Blind spots are tricky because they often look and feel like truth. But really, they're just conditioning, beliefs we absorbed so long ago they've started to feel like facts. Here's the good news. The moment you can see a blind spot, you have the power to shift it. So how do you start spotting them? Let me share a few ways. First of all, follow the friction. Anytime you feel resistance, whether it's procrastination, dread, or that low-level hum of anxiety, pause. Ask yourself, what story am I telling myself right now? Sometimes the blind spot will be hiding in plain sight inside that story, okay? The second thing is pay attention to patterns. Become a person that recognizes patterns. Do you keep running into the same problem over and over again, even in different circumstances, even with a different cast of characters? Same fight in different relationships, same struggle in different jobs, same plateau in your income, even though you work harder. Patterns are breadcrumbs. They're leading you straight to the blind spots. Another thing you can do is get curious about your truths whenever you catch yourself saying, that's just how it is, or I've always been this way. Stop, pause, and get curious. That belief might be the very thing keeping you stuck. Challenge it. Ask yourself, who told me this? Do I actually know it's true? Or what do I have to believe for this to be true? These are all questions that will help you identify the blind spot. And lastly, invite outside perspective. Sometimes the fastest way to find a blind spot is to have someone else reflect it onto you. This is why coaching, mentorship, and intentional community can be life-changing, because someone outside you can see what you can't. Now, here's the part most people miss. Spotting a blind spot isn't about judging yourself or beating yourself up. It's about seeing yourself clearly enough to make a new choice. Because when you see the belief, you can question it. When you question it, you can shift it. And when you shift it, it's freeing yourself to move forward in a way that feels aligned, empowered, and authentic. So here's my question for you this week. Where in your life are you feeling the most friction right now? What might that friction be trying to reveal to you? Ask yourself these questions, reflect on them. This is the work we do inside my program. It's called From Blind Spots to Brilliance. And if you've been craving deeper clarity about what's holding you back and how to finally move past, stay tuned. We are going to have a new round coming in this fall of Blind Spots to Brilliance. Check out the link in the show notes to get on the wait list so you'll get the announcements when doors open. Until then, give yourself permission to get curious. The more you see, the more you can shift. The more you shift, the more you rise.